I'm Robert Lawrence Kuhn, and here's what I'm watching. The U.S. imposing punitive tariffs on $50 to $60 billion in annual imports from China, and thus a looming trade war between China and the U.S. The U.S. says it is moving to counter what it calls China's economic aggression. China's Ministry of Commerce said China does not want to fight a trade war, but it is absolutely not afraid of a trade war. China-U.S. trade is a critical link in global trade. Global trade should benefit everyone. A trade war benefits no one. Most American economists and business executives reject sweeping tariffs targeting China, disagreeing vehemently with President Trump. Simply put, said U.S. Chamber of Commerce President Thomas Donahue, tariffs are damaging taxes on American consumers who would have to pay higher prices. Tariffs could lead to a destructive trade war that would harm U.S. economic growth and job creation. Moreover, tariffs prop up old industries and impede the industrial transformation the U.S. needs to create the new economy. At the same time, these same American experts and leaders broadly condemn the negative economic impact of China's industrial policies and unfair trade practices. Frankly, on getting tough with China, I have not seen such consensus on both ends of the American political spectrum. A storm seems brewing. The seas of China-U.S. relations do not look calm. China argues that China's balance of payment surplus is the product of the high savings rate Chinese consumers and the high consumption rate of American consumers, and the fact that Chinese workers earn less than American workers. And anyway, that part of the trade balances come from American companies operating in China. The U.S. argues that China's markets are unfair, not open to U.S. products the way U.S. markets are open to Chinese products, and that Chinese government support of Chinese enterprises with below-market rate loans and preferential government procurements constitute prohibited subsidies, and that China has for decades pursued a strategy of unfairly acquiring U.S. intellectual property. China will have to respond strongly, but hopefully respond in a way that signals a ratcheting down, not up, of tensions. Tariffs are a mistake, but the underlying problem is real. Tariffs won't work, but other measures must. Premier Li Keqiang listed further steps of opening up that China is going to take, covering services, manufacturing, and products. And he encouraged U.S. businesses to seize these opportunities. The Premier also stressed that a large trade deficit is not what China goes after, and he called for the U.S. to relax restrictions of high-tech exports. My point is this: China-U.S. trade is complicated. The two economies are inextricably interconnected, and simplistic answers are misguided. Policymakers on both sides should understand the other side's positions. Can they? I'm keeping watch. I'm Robert Lawrence Kuhn.